Here is some video and a list of things I felt helped me achieve a GM run on the USPSA Classifier 1305 Tock. Simply put, this classifier requires an unloaded start, and any mags to be used must also be staged on the table. On the timer, you have to load your pistol, shoot the 4 targets in any order with 2 shots each, reload from the table, and shoot the 4 targets again in any order with 2 shots each. It is Virginia count, which means no makeup shots. I'll play the run, then go over the 4 things that I think helped me keep the time fast enough for GM.
Are you ready? Stand by. If you're finished, unload your clear, hammered on holster. Range is clear.
Magazine placement. To nail the load and reload, I tried to place the magazines in optimal positions on the table. I placed the mag I intended to load first on the table closest to the gun in the position I would naturally grab it with my hand for a reload. I placed the second magazine, which would be for the reload mid-stage, in the same way, double checking it made sense with some mock grab and reload motions. I placed a third mag down just in case of a fumble or malfunction. Gun placement. The gun placement is just as important so that you can establish a proper grip, load, and accurately hit a fast first shot. Dry fire. A few dry fires and running through the target sequence with your sights is also helpful for visualization and execution. I opted to follow how Coiled Cobra did his run in this video, as I prefer to shoot left to right and hit the easy targets first, throttling down my speed on the partial target with the no shoot up at 12 o'clock. I did one practice of inserting the mag and hitting the release, as I thought it would be helpful to get those movements primed in my hands. Starting position. At the match, I watched how other shooters were planning their start positions and noticed Gordon Ye, a phenomenal shooter, was starting in a loaded squat instead of standing. It made sense to me when I asked about it. The start requirement is only that your hands are above your shoulders and toes are touching the marks on the start box. This squat allowed me to get my hands closer to the gun and mag, which I figured might help me get a first shot off quicker by springing toward the table and taking advantage of a shorter distance to cover. A few days later, I was curious if this was actually faster, or what would be the best way to launch forward when the timer starts. Here are a few examples of me running through roughly the same starting position at home, on the start signal, doing a step back to push my forward leg to its final resting position. I didn't really notice any significant differences. If you do, or have a better starting position, throw it in the comments for the people. Here's some times for reference. In carry optics shooting minor, a GM hit factor is 9.90147, so that's either 16 alphas in 807, 15 alphas in a Charlie in 787, 14 alphas in 2 Charlie in 767, or 13 alphas and 3 Charlies in 747. Here is roughly what my times were. I got these from the footage, not the shot timer, so they're not exact, but they're pretty close. Getting my first shot off at 2.22, I would largely attribute to just a clean load. Took me about 1.8 seconds to get through all of the next 7 shots. My reload was at 1.72 seconds, and then another 1.78 seconds for the next 7 shots. In total, I was at 752 with 15 alphas and 1 Charlie. These are the types of videos I love to see. I like breakdowns, and I hope this is helpful for anyone who's trying to improve their scores on this classifier.